Waters Inc. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new case from Cooler Master. It's the Cosmos 2. This is a huge improvement over the Cosmos and the Cosmos S. When I say huge, I mean really huge. This thing is coming in at 48 pounds. It's bigger, it's a little wider than the last Cosmos. And it definitely has a lot more features into it, which I will show you a little bit here. As you can see, this one is a black on the outside of it. They do have a couple more colors coming out. There's going to be a gunmetal gray coming out, and I do believe there's also going to be a white one, but those are going to be a little farther down the line, I believe. Right now you can pick up the black one. It's like an aluminum finish here. The outsides here are plastic, and plastic on some parts. This is definitely heavy steel on the top, heavy steel for the legs, and the chassis itself is a good heavy sheet metal. One of the cool features that they really kind of did this year with the Cosmos 2 is that they got rid of the thumb screws. Yeah, no more thumb screws and having to pop it out and move it all that other junk like you used to. You've got a single door here, but on the back side, for the right hand side and the left hand side, depending on what you're looking at, people look at, there's actually a lever that you pop. And it pops open inside, and the doors actually swing open, and they swing past 90-degree angle. So this gives you plenty of room to go into the side of the case if you wanted to work on it. You don't even have to remove the doors if you want, because what you can do, you can remove the door, simply lift up onto it, and the door comes off. It has a nice heavy-duty metal hinge that is on the side of the case. Very nice. They could have went plastic, but I'm glad they didn't, because it would probably break off. This is really a really nice heavy duty, and as you can see, it looks like it's like a black chrome finish onto it, which is actually cost more to do that, to do a black chrome finish than just having it regularly plated. On the side panels here, you've got the same kind of finished plate. It's a metal one that hooks up to it. You've got some little tabs that go into the side bracket here. So once you take that off, you can put it right back on. Slide it into place, and you're already back into business. So if you want to take it off all the way, that's how you do it. This exact same setup is mirrored on the other side. Of course, it opens the other direction, but it's a really nice feature, and I just enjoy not having to do the thumb screw thing anymore. We'll go across to the front with the case real quickly here. As you can see across the front, you've got an intake for fans. You've got a fan up located on the top, and you got a little fan that you can install down towards the bottom. This grill on the front is easily removable. You just pull that off. It does have a mesh on the back side that you can clean, so that none of the air or none of the dirt particles can go through there. You get nice clean air going through there. Easily put on, easily to take off. Back into place, and it's done. You have a door panel on the front that will hide your 5 1/4 bays. You have 3 5 1/4 bays up here. Quick lever action, takes the front off, slide your drive in, quick easy connections on the side, lock it into place, and you're done. If you want to take it out, take that out, of course, put this back in, and easily locks it into place. Now if you notice down here, you can do a hot swap. These are for hot swap drives, but they're not the 5 1/4 one, the drive bays. They're more like the 3 1/2 drive. They do come with a barrel lock. And a barrel lock is a lot easier, or I mean a lot better than to be picked. You can't pick a barrel lock very easily. So you've seen it. It's the lock that's got the round one instead of a straight key in there. They do come locked from the factory, which is awesome. So and they do supply you the key with that, so you can make sure that you can keep your hot swaps locked, so nobody can just come up, pop them out, and take them. Great little feature. This does slide up and down. It feels like it's got maybe some metal, a little bit of magnets up on the top, so when it does go up, it does keep it secure. So you're not going to have it sliding down on you while you're doing anything. Also on the top, you've got another slide away panel that you can push back and forth. What that does, it gives you access to your power button and your reset buttons on top, but also what you have are some other buttons, which are touch buttons. What it does is it gives you the ability to control your fans. It's a fan speed controller. So you can control the fans on the top of the case, on the side of the case, on the front of the case, on the back of the case, and there's also fans on the inside that you can control. Great feature to have that in there, especially if you want to be able to load it up with as many hard drives as it can handle. It can handle up to 13 hard drives. Yeah, 13 hard drives. It can do 11 SSD drives. If you can do 11 SSD drives, then you need to do this case, because it's not going to be a problem for you at all. If you got to do that many hard drives, definitely, because it's got plenty of cooling, plenty of action for you, and it's definitely heavy enough and sturdy enough that you won't have any problems worrying about your data getting any kind of damage. Up on the front you have USB ports, USB 2, eSATA, and your audio connections. Quick and easy. The little top doesn't go over all the way completely, but it does keep access from being able to just knock those things out. We'll turn the case around real quick, look at the back side. As you can see on the back side, typical kind of layout, but you do get 10 connection or 10 I/O ports on the back side here. So in case you have like a super motherboard, it's got that many, and you want to maybe do quad or whatever you want to do on the back side for your video, you got plenty, or any expansions that you need to do to, you have plenty of area there. Cooling fan in the back. You have 3 ports on the top for water cooling, or whatever else you want to run the cables in and out of. These could easily do a half-inch water cooling hose, easily. These are the levers on the back side that you press down to open your doors up. Down here is where your power supply goes in. That's right, it doesn't go in through the case, it actually goes through the back side. There's a bracket out here that goes onto the end of your power supply. You take the thumb screws off, attach this bracket to the end of your power supply, and you feed your power supply in, and then attach it to here. That way gives you a little bit more extra room on the inside. Not like this thing isn't going to give you enough room, but once we pop that open, you're going to kind of see why they did it that way. It's really kind of neat. It does not go past the outside of the casing here, so it actually looks quite smooth. On the back side, you're going to have a way to pull a filter out so that you can make sure that you keep your air intake for your power supply nice and clean. Let me turn the case again. This time we're looking at the back side of where the motherboard is. Huge opening here, huge opening to get access to the back side of your motherboard if you want to change out your CPU cooler for water cooling or air cooling or whatever. You got plenty of room, so you never have to take your motherboard basically out again to change out your cooler. So you have plenty of access for any kind of layout, plenty of room. It is a nice steel chassis. The edges have been rolled, so there's no fear of putting your hands in there and getting cut up. No problems there. You've got extra little loops here. You've got some loops that stand out, so if you want to run wires on the back side of this, say taking these wires, you can zip tie them or put the connection points to it there. Nice little touch. You got plenty of grommeted access places. You got 3 on the front here, then you got 4. Plenty of room to run your cabling, no matter what you want to do. As you can see, they've already ran some of the cables that come from the front control panel. They've tied them up nicely. It looks great. A lot of companies won't do that. They'll just throw them in there, and it's up to you to do what you want to do. This is a great little touch. It does take a little extra time for them to do that in assembly, but it is, like I said, a great little touch. The one cooling fan on the front is a 200mm cooling fan up in the front. You can add another one down here on the bottom if you like. Also on the side panel here, you can take this off with a couple of screws. You can remove that. That way you can get to the back side of the filter from the intake and be able to clean that. This panel here is plastic, and this seems to be skinned on the outside with aluminum. Keeps the panels nice and light, and also with for the contour of the door. The door is thin, probably say 1/4 inch or so. Goes up to maybe a 1/2 inch, maybe 5/8 of an inch or more. Here it gives you a nice little curvature to the door. I'll move this around so we can take a look on the side that most of us will be looking at, and that'll be the motherboard access. I'm going to take the door off. as you can see here, we have plenty of spaces for the hard drives. You get a hard drive rack up here. Easily take them in and out. Racks are made of plastic. Put your drive in, open that up, put your drive in. You can either put a full-size drive or your SSD drives in there. Slide it back into place, and then it locks easily. This is your quick connection points for your 5 1/4 in the front. Slide your drive in, lock it into place, and you're all done. This is where the hot swap drives are connected at. Everything's already pre-installed right there. You get 2 more cooling fans down here. What this does is that you've actually got more hard drive space. You get more hard drive space available to you down here. So what this does is it gives you an option of, do you want to put all your hard drives on the bottom, or do you want to put your hard drives on the top? So it's kind of configurable, and you can remove what you don't want to use. So let's say you want to go ahead, keep the cooling fans down here, put the hard drives down at the bottom, but now you've got all this hard drive space up here. Well, you don't have to. You take all these out. You can remove this front side plate. Now what that does is it gives you this whole area underneath to add something. So if you want to do your water cooling, you can put your, let's say you can put your pump up here if you want to, a reservoir, whatever you want to do. It gives you plenty of space. Who knows, maybe there's going to be video cards coming out that are going to be, you know, like 2 feet long. That'll give you plenty of room to do whatever you want to do. So that's a great option to be able to take that out if you don't need that. Same thing down here. You know, you can do things down here. You can take these out. You can put whatever you want to down here. A lot of different configurability right there. It's a nice option. This panel also does come off. You can take this off and it just hinges right here. You can pop that out if you don't want to use that. You can also have, there's grounded areas, so for like from your power supply coming up, you have 2 of these, so you can run more wires up or more wires down. These are all the wires that come from the front control panels. This is how you can control your fan speeds and your on-off and your SATA and all that other stuff that are available on the front side of it. Cooling fans that you can put up on top. It does come with 1 cooling fan already installed. You have the ability to put 2 more on the top. Not only that, but with a quick thumb screw on the back side, you can take this panel off. But we can also gain access to the filter to be able to clean on the back side. But it also gives you plenty of room to put a radiator, if you want to put a radiator up on top. I believe it said it was a 240 millimeter radiator that you could put on top that has plenty of access for that. So again, another option. Or you can put 2 more cooling fans up on the top. It's totally up to you and how much you want to cool it. This is plastic. It does come off and on real easy, like I said, with the thumb screw. And it puts it right back into place. So far, I mean, it's a quick overview of the case. What do you guys think of it? So far, I really like it. I do think it's a great step up from the older Cosmos. The suggested manufacturer retail price for this is about $350. So if you're going to look for, definitely for a high-end, high-capacity storage case, you want to put a lot of stuff or a lot of cooling, or you want just a lot of airflow, you want style, you want looks, you want new features, I would definitely put this towards the top of the list, maybe even at the top of the list to look at. I don't think you'd be crazy enough to pass this up, but if you are, you know, that's too bad. But right now, I give it a thumbs up for the Cooler Master Cosmo 2's case. Definitely go out and take a look at it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please go over to moddersinc.com. Take a look at our written review. We'll have more images and some more details about the case. A lot of guys are already modding this case. Definitely, it has a lot of potential for doing that. If you're not into modding computer cases, then you don't have to, because it's already got plenty of style into it. I would definitely recommend taking a look at this, and come on over to moddersinc.com and check it out.